All right, y'all. Let's talk about another pro player in trouble for brandishing a gun. One, I know the connotation, I know the definition of the word brandishing, but admit it, that's a dope ass word. Like, you ever think about the people who made up words? Like, some words just suck, right? You're like, whatever. Like two with a two O's, T-O-O, that sucks. That's weak too. Boo. But then somebody next to him, way back in the day was like, brandishing? We got to throw that in. That's just crazy to me. Anyway, this time it's ex-NFL Raiders first round cornerback, Damon Arnette. Oh man, Damon acting a fool. Former NFL cornerback Damon Arnette indicted. He in the process, y'all. He in the system. In Nevada on felony charges alleging that he brandished a handgun during an argument at a Las Vegas strip club in the Valet in January 2022. Okay, so he's the guy who got drafted in the first round in 2020. So we're just 3 years removed from him having his draft party. Him looking at the commissioner and saying, thank you, bro hug, right? First rounder going to Vegas. And now he is due for arraignment on May 24th in state court on assault with a weapon and concealed firearm charges. How do you go that fast from the penthouse to the outhouse when all that work you put in, all those reps? Do you know how much work you got to put in to make it at anything, let alone the NFL? What is it? Compared to those who play and have participated in youth football, 0.00001% make it to the NFL, and your ass gonna trick it off in 3 years? Gotta be smarter than that. Okay, so this obviously can lead to prison time if he's convicted of displaying a .45 caliber handgun and threatening a man outside the Park MGM Hotel. Prosecutors last year dropped. This lets you know he's a habitual line stepper. They dropped his drug and weapon charges, citing a lack of sufficient evidence in that case. But now, because of this case, they said they're going to present to the grand jury and see if investigators can provide additional information. If so, might be dealing with a little more than that. He played a total of 13 games for the Raiders before he was dropped by the team November 2021 after social media. This dude appeared on there to show him threatening someone's life while brandishing multiple guns that time. He was not charged with a crime at that time. Did y'all hear me? On social media, a video appeared to show him threatening someone's life while brandishing multiple guns. Okay. His arrest 2 months later on suspicion of weapons and drug offenses after that altercation on the Strip prompted his release by the Kansas City Chiefs, who had signed him to a reserve contract. Y'all catch it? He even got a second chance. And that's just on the football field. He got a second chance in the courtroom. They dropped the charges, then he gets arrested again. Now they like, them old charges we dropped, I don't think we could go there, but let's get some additional information from that. Maybe a connection there. All right, so he went to Ohio State, and was the second draft pick by the Raiders in 2020. His career ended literally before it even got off the ground, it sounds like, with all these multiple run-ins involving guns. Okay, let's talk through this. I mean, somewhere John Morant is like, that's my leader right there. Like, John Morant, do you understand why everyone is being so critical of you? It's not because we're perfect. It's because you have accomplished so much. And out of respect and even some envy, whatever it may be, people are wanting you to stay up there and go further. They were writing articles about you being a billionaire player, the first billionaire player, partly because of your game, partly because of your birth certificate, right? Like, you're young enough to get $1 billion+ out of the NBA. And you gonna do this? You gonna do the Damon Arnette part 2? That's what you're going to do? Like, you see how it phased him out of the NFL. Now, obviously, he's not the same level of player as you, but even so, the opportunity was lost by him, could be lost by you. Be smarter than that if you're John Morant and anybody else out there who is yelling, gangsta, gangsta, that's what they're yelling. thinking that that's going to be something that's going to help you. Why this fascination with guns? Because I had a gun when I was young in the league, when I got drafted, because I was fearful someone was going to rob me. Why? I went from welfare to food stamps to $300 a month checks during my work study job at Columbia to all of a sudden I got paid $2.1 million on one day. And I was like, whoa, somebody going to rob me. That was a disguise. That was a ploy to really talk about what was at hand. The real issue is the male ego, when satisfied in accomplishment like I made it to the NBA, I made it to the NFL, needs to be checked. If it doesn't get checked, it can run amok. Let me just tell you that. Why? Because this is what the ego tells you. Oh man, you did this, you could do anything. As soon as you believe that, and not everyone believes that, but everyone has that conversation. Oh, trust me. And I don't care who you talking about and their image. I am not going to tell you exactly what I know because I protect the guilty, but everyone has that conversation with their ego. A billionaire, someone who sells their company, a VC, a CEO, he makes it. Oh, he's having a negotiation of thinking he can do it all. So we need to start making sure we give proper guidance and leadership to these young guys who have made it.